Greetings from Mongolia, everyone. We just made it to our first destination of the day here near Karakorum, and decided to do the introduction of the video from the yurt complex. This is how the accommodation is going to look like all throughout our stay here. It's not as comfortable as I thought. We got here first thing, went and tried out the bed. It's extremely hard. At least we're not sleeping on the floor. But yeah, let's see exactly how this Mongolia trip is. I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to put a whole bunch of episodes into one. It gets windy in certain parts. Right now here is extremely nice actually, so you can do quite a few videos. But without any further delay, let's get this Mongolia video underway. Let's take a look inside one of these yurts, or jers. People call it jers here as well. This is not ours, but it gives you a great idea of what to expect if you do come in a little tour here in Mongolia. You got some beds. They're quite hard, low ceilings, but beautifully decorated. The door is very small, guys, 1.20 m, not even, or so. But yeah, this is how many Mongolians live outside Ulaanbaatar. Some people call it Ubi as well. But yeah, I got here at 5 a.m. in the morning, and at 8:30 we were on the way. So at this point, I'm awake for a little bit over 40 hours. When it comes to meal-wise, they pretty much told us to have very low expectations. So far, we had just Korean chicken soup, which was not that bad for lunch today, but gonna have supper here soon, so I'm really curious what it's going to be. So food-wise, it doesn't look as bad as I was expected. You got some lamb meatballs, some vegetables, and some rice patties right there, but we'll see how it tastes. Lamb, you never know how people cook it, right?
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for...
Good morning from the steeps of northern Mongolia, guys. Just got done with a little session of flying my drone. Halfway successful, I would say, over the Erdenezu monastery. I did lose control of it a couple of times, and there's no landing spots here that they're that great. So when the home return auto landing popped up, I was like, shit, gotta go and catch it. So but in the end, I kind of I canceled it, went and grabbed it. Anyway, too much information, too much useless information, but here's the footage from this morning. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think it was decent.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape. Let's escape. Let's escape. Let's escape.
Last night we made a fire in the yurt, and it was so damn hot, and then all of a sudden the temperature just dropped completely, and then the heat was pretty much gone within 15 minutes. But it's not bad at all.
One thing I do want to point out, guys, is the grass right here. This
I'm not sure exactly, but this smells like chamomile. Yeah, I'm not 100% if it's chamomile or not, but it does smell like it. So everywhere you go, you have this intense smell here in the Mongolian steppes in the northern part of the country. It's actually a very, very pleasant smell in the morning. It's very, very refreshing. Even at night, you can feel it. I mean, any time of the day you can feel it, but when the air is a little bit cooler, it's actually very, very intense. Some people may associate it with like like a mint strong smell, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it's chamomile, but it does smell like chamomile tea. So just a quick little FYI. I'm gonna head back to the yurts, probably gonna grab breakfast now. They said around 8 o'clock, 8:15, and then afterwards go and explore the inside of the monastery. But check out that Russian minivan, very similar to ours. The life in Mongolia, guys, those things are so annoying. But either way, whoa, that's a cool little zoom on my mustache. Just joking. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go and grab some breakfast. I did have a protein bar actually when I woke up at 6. I left at 6:30, came to do the footage, and now it's around 8, almost 8. I'm gonna head back. But yeah, beautiful monastery. It's isolated. It's different. It's not it doesn't have like the grand things. I did see a little bit inside the monastery itself. This is just the fortification, right? This is the walls and everything, but the monastery itself is located a little bit in that corner. So yeah, you probably saw it in one of the little clips. So I just made it inside the monastery, guys, and this is how it looks from the little temple. Got some beautiful flowers right here that make a perfect foreground. Pretty cool. The monastery is very, very colorful, especially at the beams. Check out all the paintings. Pretty cool. The outside is so spectacular. Check out all the details he had. And good thing right now that it's early in the morning and the sun is right at the perfect spot, so you can see some of the detail quite well. A little more views of the other temples. I think there are 3 big pavilions. 1, 2, 3, and then there are a little bit of room space, little chambers right there that have some paintings and stuff like that. And this is one of the entrances within the temple itself. So it's not extensive. The area, again, like I said, it's quite large. The whole fortress, you see those big pillars, what you saw in my drone footage a little bit earlier. But yeah, this is the full within complex, the Buddhist temple that you have here near Karakorum, Korkorin, whatever you may want to call it. People here seem to call it Korkorin. Even when I Google for the weather to see how it is, I gotta Google Korkorin in order to get accurate.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to...
The Buddhists actually live here day in, day out. There's also a yurt here, or jer, again, how they call it. But this is the other part. And then they have another building, again, very similar to the Tibetan architecture that you may be aware of. Here's a perfect view of the whole complex. Going a little bit further within the interior of the fortified church. I would call it fortified temple. You can see pretty much everything.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape.
Yeah, definitely the location of this second camp is way better. Check out the view with the mountains in the back. It just looks spectacular overall.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time.